Do you ever see beautiful flowers at garden centers throughout our area? Ever bought a tomato, cucumber, or other type of vegetable from that garden center? Chances are that they could have come from a plant supplied by Aaron's Creek Farms. Many people do not know where the plants they buy are coming from or the vegetables at garden centers such as B&D Nursery in South Hill or Clay's in Blackstone. They think the plants and vegetables come from large corporate farms, not a locally grown greenhouse operation. Today, I would like to share the knowledge I gained from an interview I did with the greenhouse sales manager. Aaron's Creek Farms is a wholesale commercial greenhouse operation. First, I would like to tell you a little bit about the business. Located in Buffalo Junction, right outside of Clarksville, you can find Aaron's Creek Farms. They started in 1966 and have been flourishing in business ever since. Originally, they began as a tobacco farm, but they wanted something for their full-time employees to do in the winter instead of having to let them go. Aaron's Creek is a wholesale-only operation, which means that they sell to garden centers, landscapers, and occasionally a florist. They employ 45 full-time workers with an additional 35 to 40 during the peak season. Peak season starts the third week in January and ends right at Mother's Day. At the end of the season, if they throw away under 5,000 flats, it has been a successful year. And if they throw away under 10,000, it's been a good year. Every year, they grow between 155 to 160,000 plants. There are 48 plants in a flat, so that equals anywhere from 7.44 to 7.68 million plants a year. Now, let's talk about the greenhouses and their specifications. Each greenhouse is a Quonset, and some are gutter connected to one another. Each has a 6 mil double-layer plastic top, and the end walls are made of either plastic or Lexan. The first greenhouse was built in 1966 and has been added onto and remodeled since. The last has been added in 2012 when a bad storm took out one of them. They have approximately 20 greenhouses that are heated by 2 wood boilers. When the wood boilers go out, they have a propane boiler to use. The germination area has capillary mats and tubes that are used to keep the seeds warm to help with the germination process. To keep the greenhouses cool on the warmer days, one greenhouse is equipped with 10-foot curtains, which allow for a good breeze to go throughout the whole greenhouse. In the large gutter-connected greenhouses, there are exhaust fans and shutters to circulate air. A 60 to 70% shade cloth is put on top of the greenhouses to reduce the amount of light coming through, which in turn helps keep the insides cooler. They have a variety of benching systems. The cheapest benching system would be the homemade one, which is just 2x4s and rebar. They use this for their smaller potted plants. They use ground fabric on top of gravel for their mums and their strawberry plugs. The most expensive but very convenient benching system Aaron Creek utilizes is the commercial rolling benches for the plants that are almost ready to be shipped. They also have a wood and livestock wire bench that is over top of concrete. Keeping the plants watered is crucial to the well-being of the plants. The plugs are hand-watered with a watering wand. Aaron's Creek also has 3 boom systems that are automated and on a timer. The boom systems are used only to mist the germination trays. For the 6-inch potted plants and hanging baskets, they use drip tape. They especially like drip tape because they can run fertilizer through the system while irrigating. Last year, they tested flood benches, which they are implementing this year. However, the hardest plants to water are the 4-inch potted plants. The drip tape is too big for them, the boom is not able to pass through the leaf foliage, and without setting the pots in flats, the hand wand can knock them over. Aaron's Creek Farms has 3 different wells used for irrigating, and sometimes it still isn't enough water. Finally, I would like to tell you about the growing system. If y'all will take a look at the 2018 spring variety list and prices, and the bedding variety list I've handed y'all already. Aaron's Creek Farms grows bedding plants, vegetables, and perennials. The most profitable crops they grow are squash and cucumbers. Surprisingly, vegetables and herbs are the most demanded crops they grow. Aaron Creek does their own seeding and cutting propagation, and they have automated machines galore. They have 2 automated seeders, a transplanter, a pot filler that can be adjusted to different sized pots, and a pot tagger. A high-quality growing media is very important for plants to thrive, which is why Aaron's Creek has their own mix for their bedding and potting plants. It is a mixture of peat, bark, and perlite. peat for its water-holding abilities, bark since it acts as a good aerator, and perlite because it has good porosity. They have a bag germinating mix for growing seed as well. They take part in strict pest and pathogen management policy. They do not want to pass insects or pests onto their customers. Therefore, they are very sterile. They use preventative pesticides that are greenhouse approved. Also, they use beneficial insects to help cut out the use of pesticides. For instance, they use cucumberia to treat thrips, Priscillus for spider mites, and wasps to control aphids. Each insect is particular to one pest, but they are all good for keeping chemicals off the plants. Less chemicals used on their plants means happier plants. To conclude, this afternoon we have discussed a commercial greenhouse operation right at our back door, Aaron's Creek Farm. I've been able to share with you what I learned about the business, the greenhouse specifications, and their growing systems. Thank you all for listening.